David, and that's a big red truck. That's my 03 F250 6-liter Powerstroke. It's been a good truck, but it's got some problems. Okay, here we go. Listen. You hear that? That's mostly stiction. Let's see what we can do about it. Check that out. No blow-by. None. I bought this Archoil friction modifier. This stuff's like $400 a gallon. All right, so I don't know if you can hear, but it's running pretty rough. And that's normal. The first 10 minutes or so after I start this thing, it is useless. It's warmed up a little bit. We can drive now. Can't really tell if it's doing any better yet. But the Archoil friction modifier is in the oil, working its way through. So the fuel injectors in this engine are activated by high pressure oil. If you don't take real good care of your truck, the high pressure oil system can degrade. If you have dirty oil, it can cause the spool valves in your fuel injectors to stick. Once the engine warms up, everything kind of loosens up, and at that point this truck will pull a train. So, I probably need new fuel injectors. It's about $2,000 for a set. So we're gonna try this. I'm gonna drive the truck around, run some errands, get it all mixed in real good, bring the truck home and park it, and then tomorrow we'll do another cold start, just see what we think. So hang tight. I'll pick you back up in the morning. Okay, so next morning, let's see how it starts. Well, it's definitely better. But is it worth $50? I don't know. So, give it a few more heat cycles. Got a long trip this weekend, so we'll run it through its paces. And I'll give you one last update before we close out the video. But right now, it seems to be helping, but not sure it's worth $50 friggin'. Okay, so time for a verdict. Is Archoil worth the tremendous expense? Maybe. You know, another symptom my truck had that I didn't mention earlier in the video is at highway speeds, 55, 60 miles an hour, it would buck like a Bronco. This thing would be, it really felt like the transmission was slipping. I knew it was an injector stiction issue, but usually how I got around that was just pressing the tow haul button to keep it in a lower gear, keep the RPMs up. That's completely gone with Archoil, which is a pretty big deal. So truck's been through several heat cycles. I've driven a couple hundred miles. Over 100 of those miles was towing 10,000 pounds. So truck's been put through its paces. It might be worth it. Let's get a cold start. It's gonna run like crap, because remember, I have at least 2 very bad injectors, and I'm pretty sure my Fickum is bad as well. We'll deal with that in another video, but for now, Let's just see how it does. Now remember, before I started this, I would have to let the truck idle for about 5 minutes before it would have enough power to move. So the only thing I've done is rolled the window down because I'm fat and hot. Let's start the truck and see if it can move with no idle time. Wait for the glow plugs. I don't know if you can hear it. It's definitely still rough. All right, here we go. Drive. Oh, she's not real happy. Oh my goodness, we're going. We're moving. We're going down the driveway. Okay. Oh, little rust on the rotors there. All right, so I am at full throttle. And we are now going 15. So like I said, the truck has other issues, but it's been running for less than a minute, and it's drivable. Yeah, a little smoky. The truck's got almost 200,000 miles on it, but we're driving. And the only thing that changed is I added 16 ounces of Archoil. Drove it a couple hundred miles, put it through, I don't know, 10 heat cycles maybe. So it's mixed in there pretty good. It's running great. So that being said, is Archoil worth it? I think maybe it is. I'm going to continue to put it in my truck, at least until I get these other issues fixed, because it's definitely a decent Band-Aid. I'm not a believer in a mechanic in a bottle. Usually the stuff that claims to fix all your problems does absolutely nothing, more of a placebo effect. But I have measurable results here, so pretty happy. So what I would say, if your 6-liter or 7.3 Powerstroke is having some stiction problems, if your injectors are starting to wear out and you need to stretch them a little bit further, maybe try this Archoil. Definitely seems to be helping me. It's not gonna save me from buying injectors, probably won't save you from buying injectors, but it'll buy me time. Oh, I should mention, the reason I'm driving right now is I'm going to vote. You should do the same. Go vote. But do your research. Think about what you're voting for. And secondly, almost as important, but not, I mean, it's up there, but it's not quite as important as voting, is like, subscribe, ring the bell thing, and what's the other one? Oh yeah, don't be a jerk.